What up, team? How's it going, people? Let's do... Actually... Oh, I haven't done my hair either. Wait a minute. Let's do that. I've also got some cereal because I literally haven't stopped today. So, bear with me. I am going to be starting the tier list soon. But I just need to get myself like in the zone, you know? So tell me about your weekend, gang, while I sort out my fucking barnet. And then also... eat my breakfast. It's not my breakfast, but I found some fucking banging granola. Is it granola? I don't know what it is, but it's got chocolate in as well, so it's a little bit naughty. Windwalker's still dead. How many chatters are we gonna get saying MM still in S tier after the nerfs, bro? What the hell? What the hell? What's up, people? Sorry, let me just scan this. I didn't want to leave you guys too long on a waiting screen, right? Camera focus, chop chop. Artie, just quickly, is Archon looking like the player for Shadow now? I would assume so, after the recent changes, but I don't know. If I was playing retail at the moment, I'd be missing the collector's event too. Who we got? We got Seb, Artie, Red. The world is healing. Red's ears are working. Let's go, baby. Let's fucking go. How did the PT session go on Friday, champ? Anyone reckon Shadow will be in the meta team? Ho ho ho, wouldn't you like to know, buddy? We'll find out, won't we? Can you guys do the talking for me? MMS tier is wild. That's crazy, bro. Are you quoting me? Or are you actually thinking that I did the tier list in 12 minutes? I just bloody got here. Fire over Arcane. Oh my god, you fucking idiots. Sorry, it has to be said. I haven't, this is the updating tier list. Honestly. I'm not sure if there is one brain cell shared between the YouTube chat. This is an updating and progressive tier list, gang, and we've literally just gone live, as you can see. So this is the tier list from the last time I updated it, and you'd know that if you were watching my YouTube videos. And we're going to change it today. How crazy is that? Maybe start with them all below if you don't want people to be confused. No, I think it makes sense to the majority of people. And I'm building off of what I did in my last video. This is the final tier list. Yes, it is. This is the tier list based on your weekly delve. MMS here. LOL. Did I go to Twitch chat? Yeah. If you don't want to be associated with the YouTube frogs, then probably in your best interest. The one button is pretty bad, yeah, but like if you're not clearing that hard content, then you can get away with it. Like if you want to use it, use it. If you're happy and you know it, fighting your mic. You mean the face spec in B? Oh, the Windwalker monk. The punchy man. You mean the punchy man? Let's go. It's because he's a Mortal Kombat main. I like that, South. I like that from you. I've seen Petco put. Did he put Fire in B tier? Mine is not going to go in B tier, but it might be getting down ranked. You idiots. Honestly, you lot. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it anymore. I've been live for 15 minutes. You really think that I've done the tier list already? I've been on camera for about 4 minutes, and 4 minutes of that I've spent eating some cereal. I beg you start doing the tier list soon, or I'm going to get banned. So am I. I might just cancel myself. When you say meta, I'm assuming it's for the highest of high keys. I'm wondering what classes you think would be best for 10s to 15s. I'm going to do a separate tier list as well, talking about like a plugging tier list that will be more so catered towards those sort of key levels. Cheers, man. Now I'm pregnant. Let's go. I just got like 100, maybe 200 people pregnant in 3 seconds. Still balding? Really? Beelzy? Really? Fuck you, mate. Fuck you. Okay. So we have had potentially... No. Let's do that again, okay? Okay. Let's run that back. We have had the final tuning for season 3, and we are going to be doing our... I'm getting a bit nervous, chat. I'm getting a bit nervous. Let me talk to you guys. Let me warm up. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Everyone knows you start with everything in the bottom. He's just reaction. Yeah, I'm rage baiting. That's exactly what it is. Go on, me. Rage bait. Rage away, my friend. Right, let me just filter through all these comments real quick. What have I missed? Just masturbate. What's up, Asketsi? Dalesy, hello, gang. Hello. Either that or he's just incredibly, unbelievably lazy. What if I told you I had to go and manually put all of these specs into their correct positions before this stream started, so that I could progressively update my progressive power tier list? Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? No one cares about your last tier list configuration. Me, fuck off then. Why don't you do one? We don't need you around here, okay? Do one. Devin Low A's Sainsbury's, really? Really? You've got to be rage baiting me now, right? I think the streamer plays Windwalker and he's just sandbagging. Shit! My choice of main for season 3 has been exposed. What are we gonna do? What does hide user on this channel do? I don't know. Smite him. Smite him to where he belongs. I don't know. Surely you must be able to ban people, right? Me was banned from the channel. Later, bitch. See you later, buddy. As it's just started. This has just started. Listen, gang, this has just started, okay? So this is our tier list that we updated last week before the changes that were announced just after I uploaded the YouTube video. But we have had the final tuning for season 3. So this is our progressive tier list for the power. Why, right, BLB, why can't I do my intro?
I'm getting water. Be right back. We're back, gang. We're back. Streamer crash out. I'm just trying to end up on LSF. I joined for the first time in ages and he has a hissy fit and runs off in his budgie smugglers. They're just short shorts, bro. I'm showing off the quads. What it do? What it do? I can't wait to see you update this tier list. I want Windwalker higher. Oh, God. You might be waiting a while, my friend. You might be waiting until midnight for that one. Why are short? Are these shorts really that short, guys? What you're failing to remember is I am 6'6". So these are actually just normal size shorts. But I just make them look tiny. Just like my kit. But my legs are skinny. I need to go and train legs today, but my knee's been feeling a little bit dodgy over the weekend, and I actually have no fucking idea why. It might be from my last leg day. I'm not too sure. Some of these comments show that Vess would probably be rich if he had an OnlyFans. Yeah. The only thing separating me from being a millionaire is my values, my morals. But it's nice to know that if I do decide to throw those out the window, then I can just print overnight, you know? Put everything in D tier to force buffs. True. Give me 1 second, chat. Any sandbaggers? What are you guys? What are you remaining in season 3? Talk to me. Tell me. Yeah, you didn't test the Devastation Evoker since Unholy and Shadow Priest are above it. I just need to like turn off chat, don't I? I had to leave the gym early today because of dodgy feeling in my knee. We're getting old. Yeah, I'm like, it feels all right now. I mean, I am sat down, right? But it was twinging a lot yesterday, and it was also hurting this morning. So I do feel like a day off would be best, but then it is nice to like get myself out of the house. Like the gym's just, it's just good. You know, it's good for the mental. It's good for a little reset. Good for me to get out of the house because I'm working on all the dungeon guides at the moment and I'm literally glued to my monitor. So it'd be a nice little reset and then come back. And I feel like I would be more productive if I went to the gym. I probably shouldn't train upper because I trained upper on Saturday. But I've been kind of going ham with the gym recently. Wait, what did Red say about his session? Yeah, chronic low back issues. So Friday felt like I had a glass rod in my... Oof. Careful, big dog. Careful. Take it easy. Like, you got to listen to your body as well. So we have had the final tuning for season 3. So we're going to do the final update to our progressive tier list and see what specs are shaping up to be the meta specs and which specs aren't looking so good. Now, obviously, I just want to make it very clear that all of these specs that are on this tier list that we will be changing will be able to clear within like 2 or 3 key levels of the highest keys that are being timed in this season. So Don't fret, you can invite any of them to your keys and they will do good damage if the player is good on them. And if you've got a, let's say, a Windwalker one trick that knows the spec in and out, he's likely going to be able to perform, like, let's say, at the same level as like an Unholy DK that doesn't really know their spec, right? So I just want to get that out there. Hurts me to see Warrior so low. I mean, you signed up to this life, Darren. What can we say? I feel like that intro was fine. Did I want to say anything else? I'm not sure. I know a Windwalker one trick and he does not perform. I know he had to re-roll, didn't he? Bless him, to a healer. To an easier life. Just press fucking Living Flame or some shit. I don't know. I wouldn't call that tuning, more like a we don't need hunters and we are sadists statement from Blizzard. Why the doom? Why the doom and gloom? So we're going to start at the top and just literally work our way through all the specs, change them based on the tuning or any more like gameplay that I've seen from them as I've been testing the specs out myself. So let's start with the Frost DK then. So Frost DK has received some like pretty substantial flat nerfs since I did my last update to my tier list, as well as also a separate 5% nerf to Obliterate, which is also going to hurt their single target slightly. I do think that these nerfs are probably enough to make it fall out of the S tier, especially in high keys. In these lower keys, and even in keys to up to, let's say, like 15, it's still going to be doing a lot of damage. This spec is, after the rework, probably one of the burstiest specs in the game. So it's just going to kill everything before everything else. But in those high keys, it's going to start to fall off slightly. But I mean, it's still a very strong spec. So I am going to drop the Frost DK down into the A+ tier. Okay. Now we are going to jumble around some of these other specs, so it looks very high for now, but we'll crack on and you guys will see at the end of the tier list where everybody skips to, where these specs are sort of going to be ending up, right? What's up, Callow? Welcome to Twitch, my friend. Appreciate all the follows, gang. Red, thank you very much for the tier 1. Sorry, brother, I missed that. I think I was on my long intro screen. And Phantom as well with the tier 1. Let's go. Back from the gym and see Ret Pala in A+ tier. Are you maining Ret Pala, Phantom, next season? Appreciate the follow, Callow. Yeah, Ret's looking in a good spot, my friend. Ret is looking in a very good spot. Next up then, we have the Fire Mage. Now this, after recent nerfs and tuning, is the worst mage spec, unfortunately, I do believe. It's had some fatty nerfs to Flame Strike. I think it was, what, 15%? And then they've also had some overall flat nerfs as well. That being to mainly Ignite. You've lost a lot of damage from your Ignite. So it's not looking too good for the Fire Mage, unfortunately. But with those nerfs to Ignite... But with those nerfs to Flame Strike, I'm not sure, but we might be seeing the return of the Ignite Fire Mage, potentially if that is also the play with Frostfire Fire Mage. So at least you get the better damage profile out of that, right? And you get that and secure that priority damage. So the Fire Mage, I am going to drop all the way down. Oh my god, the fall off is crazy. Into the A tier. I promise to stay for the full tier list and not wait for the YouTube video to skip to the end. That's a real one right there. Let's go, Babios. Let's go, baby. How do I skip to the end? Fuck you guys. Guys, you remember, you're here for me, right? You're not here just to see where I've put your spec at the end of the video and get your confirmation bias as to whether I think it's shit or not. Because this guy doesn't fucking know anything. So what's the point in that? We're here for the fact that I'm 6'6", remember? Did I miss Shadow's placement? Nope. We are working through. We are working through it. So another spec that's kind of had a crazy fall off is the Marksmanship Hunter. Now we've had some heavy single target nerfs to the Marksmanship Hunter recently, specifically for Black Arrow, but then also, so that's Dark Ranger, but then also you've had some pretty sizable nerfs to Sentinel as well, mainly through the tier set. So yeah, MM's definitely taken a big hit recently. They also got a huge They also got a huge nerf to trick shots as well, down from 75% of the damage being ricocheted. It's now 60%, so that's a pretty large and in charge nerf to their AoE as well. So yeah, they've taken a huge hit recently. And for MM, I'm going to drop them all the way down to the bottom of the A+ tier. I mean, arguably maybe even A, but I'm going to keep them in A+ for now. From what I've seen, they are still shitting out damage. Granted, that isn't in the highest of keys that we're seeing on PTR, but the fall off is real. What's that clip, Bloop? Let me shut my window. 1 second. There we go. Let's go, Redacted. I appreciate the kind words, my friend. The recent changes to make it a bit hard to evaluate the damage. In what sense, Lloyd? In what sense? Did I see Dan? What's up, Dan? I did indeed. DHS here. It's close. We still had no change. What's going on there? Havoc Demon Hunter next. We've still had no changes. I don't know what's going on with Havoc. It's just seen like no tuning or changes at all this patch cycle. I don't think they actually have they? Still boast some of the best priority damage in the game alongside great AoE and single target damage as well. So Havoc, we're going to keep firmly planted at the top of A+ for now. This is looking like a banger spec going into Season 3. It's borderline S tier for me, honestly. But I'm going to keep it at the top of A+ for now. A+ is the new S tier. No. You guys will see, okay? Then we have the Arcane Mage. Now, I definitely underrated this in my recent update. I think I just got a little bit too giddy about Fire Mage and was kind of hoping that that was going to be meta and placing too much emphasis on that it made me sort of underrate Arcane Mage. We're going to bang the Arcane Mage back up to the S tier. It has had a small, a very small nerf to its Barrage in the most recent tuning, but the amount of priority damage, single target damage, and also cleave damage that this spec brings is just disgusting, and it's definitely worthy of a spot in the S tier. This is definitely looking like a meta pick going into Season 3. We did it! Let's go! Going to base my entire Season 3 off of this tier list. Okay, Kerp, I got you. 1 second. There you go, mate. You're an org main. Let's go. So, how many tier lists are we getting? This is going to be the last tier list in terms of power. I appreciate that I've been doing a lot of tier lists recently, and it's kind of like icking me out. I'm turning into a tier list Andy, aren't I? But listen, people love a tier list. And also, when I do the tier list, let's say the most fun tier list that I've literally just uploaded, go peep it if you haven't. I try and disguise the tier list, because I could make a separate video and it just not be a tier list at all, but I would still be saying all the same things that I'm saying, when it comes to a video about fun, right? I'd still hit all the same points. It's just very easy to then place it on a tier list so people can compare and see what sort of specs they're looking at playing. Where does Battlefield 6 go? Is that out yet, or are people just testing the alpha or beta or whatever it is? I don't freaking know. Sin still leads because of its damage profile, but I can see sub being closer, if not better, in cases where we can't pull ads onto the bots. Yeah. Sub is looking good. Has there been a final day blue post, or we think it will come in an hour before it goes live tomorrow? I bet bloody not. I would have thought that the last tuning would be. Why does this song always come on and ruin my flow? I would have expected that would have been the last tuning last week, right? Right, what have we got next? We've got the Demonology Warlocks. So recently they've had some fatty nerfs to the Diabolist tier set, but to be fair, this was pretty needed. Eyeblast was doing some absurd things in terms of your overall damage. So Eyeblast has had some heavy nerfs, and then also Diabolist itself has been nerfed with, I think it was Chaos Salvo damage, Wicked Cleave damage, all of those kind of shenanigans. So we've had some pretty sizable nerfs to the Demonology Warlock and specifically Diabolus Demonology. I am going to drop it down a little bit. I think for now, I'm going to put it just behind the Ret Paladin, but in front of Unholy. Isn't there final tuning Wednesday the 13th? Where would that line up? We've got... No, I don't think so. I would imagine that we've had the final tuning, because also, like, they need to get ready for like the race to world first, right? They don't want to do too much tuning like around release dates to fuck with the race to world first. Please stop what you're doing. You're going to get Mage nerfed again. Listen, I just brought Mage down, my brother. Gage. Gape Selds with the big raid. Let's go, big dog. Thank you, thank you. What did you get up to today, buddy? Guys, go and follow up the Gage Maestro. Do you have any wisdom on tanks? I don't, unfortunately, my friend. Bandana, appreciate the follow. Gabe Seldom. Is that what the Seld stands for? Is it? Is it now? So, next up, Shadow Priest. I think I might just keep Shadow Priest where it is for now, to be honest. They've had some large buffs to Mind Blast, Mind Flay, Halo as well, and also Psychic Link. So, some pretty big buffs. Did I say buffs? I did say buffs, didn't I? So it's in a very, very good spot now, where I would imagine that Archon is probably going to be the play, especially in higher keys. So Shadow Priest has cemented itself a spot in the A+ tier. It could be higher than Frosty. I think I'm going to leave it where it is. Solidly, like, near the top of the A+ tier. Just sending bandos. Man's in the bando. Thanks for coming? Huh? Wrong coming, bro? What's going on there? Oh, fuck me. My water just spilled everywhere. Nice. Except I keep having to press Halo. Yeah. It's difficult because I prefer the general rotation of Archon, because it's more like baseline Shadow Priest. But pressing Halo is never fun. So, I don't know. If it does enough damage, Halo can be fun, I guess. Oh, was it autocorrect? Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense, my dude. Okay, now we have the Frost Mage. I told you guys Frost Mage was being slept on. I'm going to keep Frost Mage where it is as well. Frost Mage is pumping damage, single target damage, cleave damage, AoE damage, mass AoE damage. It always has damage as well, and also scales really nicely into higher keys as well. It's had a slight nerf to its Ignite damage from its tier set, but that is barely anything, and that is literally it. So I'm going to keep Frost Mage exactly where it is in the A+ tier. And then the same goes for Enhance, actually. I'm going to keep Enhance exactly where it is in the A+ tier as well. Haven't really seen any changes to Enhance, specifically Stormbringer. There's been a lot of bug fixes to Totemic. I actually haven't managed to see any Totemic because it's been bugged for like the whole of PTR, and I haven't seen anyone play it recently. So I think Stormbringer is still the play, and Stormbringer is bringing amazing AoE damage, amazing cleave damage, consistent damage at that as well. It doesn't bring the greatest single target damage, but it brings the rest of it, and also brings some of the best utility in the game to your group as well. Poison Cleansers are looking really nice for Season 3 too, so another solid A+ spec in the Enhancement Shaman. Yeah, Frost Mage has a super nice flow to it. I do really enjoy like shattering your Glacials, always being like, you're so mobile with your Ice Lances. I don't like Death's Chill, and I don't particularly like the like Cone of Cold opener. Mr. Vesperal, when will we get the playter for Season 3? Oh no, you've asked the question. this week as soon as possible. I've done the Dawnbreaker guide. The Arakara guide is almost there. I need to record the Priory and Floodgate guides, get them ready to be posted as well. Once I've got all the dungeon guides done, hopefully me and Seb will be able to finish Plater tomorrow morning. And then maybe I'll even get it out tomorrow. That would be ideal. I think that's what I'm trying to aim towards. But I just got so much shit going on. Because I want to get it out before the season even launches, right? That would be ideal. And I guess I do kind of have all day to get that out tomorrow because there's going to be maintenance to get the season out. But yeah, hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow, my friend. My God, nothing seems to be changing for the A+ tier. I'm also going to keep Destro where it is as well. They've had some decent nerfs to Hellcooler recently, mainly through Wither and also Black and Soul. Wither actually got kind of shat on. And Black and Soul, considering how much damage Black and Soul is doing, I'm surprised it only got a 5% nerf, I'm pretty sure it was. But they did compensate this with a 20% buff to Chaos Bolt. So that's huge for their single target damage. And that's going to help their single target considerably. It has lost some AoE to these nerfs. It's gained some single target. Wait, let me do that again. It has lost some AoE due to those nerfs, but it's still going to be a monster in mass AoE, which is going to play perfectly into the pools that we're going to be seeing a lot of in Season 3. So I'm going to keep Destro where it is, but not where it is, because I'm actually going to move Ret above Destro. I don't know what's going on. It really seems like they want a Retribution Paladin meta. They just constantly are buffing this spec. They've had some further buffs recently, specifically to their AoE damage. Don't know how Divine Storm's getting buffed, kind of wild. But they had big single target buffs just before that. Now big AoE buffs. This spec is looking very, very solid going into Season 3. It still could use some single target damage, and also more so some prio damage would go a long way for this spec, but it would probably need a big rework for that. Brings amazing utility, pretty much unkillable as well. I think Ret, no, I'm actually going to go even higher. Ret, I'm going to go above Enhance as well. I think Ret's shaping up to be really strong in Season 3. So then we have the Unholy Death Knight. Now this has received some pretty decent nerfs recently, specifically to Rider of the Apocalypse and their tier set. And this is mainly going to hurt their AoE damage. But in the most recent tuning, they also did get some nerfs to their Death Coil as well, which is also going to hurt their single target damage. So I am going to drop the Unholy DK down into the A tier, unfortunately. But yeah, it's just received a lot of nerfs recently. And I think it was maybe even a reach to have it. I don't know. It was performing very well, but it was very cooldown reliant, it seemed, as well. So to also be getting these AoE and single target nerfs, I'm definitely going to have to drop it down into the A tier. Exactly, Luvian. Exactly. That is actually why I keep the C and D tier, because if specs were shit, they would be in this D or C tier. But none of them are that shit. And B tier, it still means that your spec is good and that you can clear, like I said at the start, within 2 or 3 key levels of the highest keys that are being timed. If you're good enough at your spec, you can make it work. Controversial, you think? The music just kind of distracted me. Do we need music, gang? Do we need it? Please look at the 7:53 timestamp for AF. Is that a Comeback Kids video? And is it me playing AF for them? I think, have I been linked that before? I don't know. Somebody showed me that. My only input would be that if Ret and Enhance are A+, Unholy has to be above it. What? Above? What? So you would put Unholy towards the top of A+. Okay, okay. Oh, it's not. What is it? I would click it red, but because I'm capturing the window, it will then show it on stream, and I don't know, it's gonna fuck me up. It's gonna fuck me up, you know? Right, next up we have Assassination Rogue. Now, yeah, it just really feels like they are going for a melee meta at the moment. I think Assassination might be the best spec in the game right now. They just got another 4% flat buff. They've had buffs pretty much every week for as long as I can remember now. They've got buffs to their Deathstalker tier set as well, so just buffs across the board for this spec, and they always seem to be getting them. They bring an amazing damage profile, especially if you can like bring mobs onto bosses, because they don't have the most amazing single target, but they do have crazy good funnel damage. And even I've been pumping on Assassination Rogue, and hey, you best believe if you see me doing damage on Assassination, then you know that this spec is in a very good spot, because I have no idea what I'm doing. Assassination Rogue, we are bumping up to the top of the S tier. No way, man. Playing Arakara with an MM and a Frost DK. He rams, everything is already dead. He just runs off the edge. Classic. Chaos, appreciate the follow. Ellie Faded, Trizzy, thank you for the follows, gang. Love you all. Kisses. Right, what do we have? Is the music loud? I don't know. The music's really throwing me off today. Don't know what's going on. There we go. But now Red's going to complain that he can't hear the goddamn music. Music isn't too loud. You're not going to be able to hear it now. For some reason, it plays louder for me than it does for you. I don't really know how all that works. But I also need the music for my Subway Surfer Pilled Brain. Well, that's why I can't have the music, because it distracts me too much. How the fuck does this distract me? I don't know. I don't get it. Beast Mastery Hunter. Now, this spec's had some flat nerfs recently, which has definitely hurt the specs overall. But from what I hear, it seems like BM is going to be the play in all forms of content for Season 3. And it's going to be better than Marksmanship Hunter. So for that reason, I'm going to keep it where it is. This spec always has damage. You don't have to worry about mechanics getting in the way of your damage as well, because you can do all of it on the move at range. So BM's looking very solid going into Season 3, and I'm going to keep it in the bottom of the A+ tier. Now, the Boom Chicken, I feel like I probably did underestimate how big the nerfs were recently to this spec and the tier set for Keeper of the Grove. So I probably had it placed higher than it should have been, and it now has had an 8% damage buff across the board, which I think would probably buff it back up to where I already had it placed. So I am just going to leave Boomy where it is. I hear the new no multi-shot build for BM is pretty good. Is that still a thing? I thought that was only a thing because Stampede was so fucking absurdly broken. I don't know. I don't know. Wait, do we actually think that we might be getting some extra tuning tonight? Surely not, right? When did we get the last tuning? That was on July 31st. When was that? 31st was last Thursday, but it wasn't implemented, was it? Frostmage got bumped to S tier on IT Veins as well. Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, I don't know if Frost is an S tier spec. It's a very, very good spec, but I'm not sure about S tier. I think Arcane is still better. Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking, Dan, is normally it's like class tuning, weekly class tuning, and changes, whatever it is. This time it was like official patch notes for Season 3, right? I feel like they can't really change stuff after that. They never do pre-patch tuning after notes are out, but we'll get like a month more of tuning. What's up, Cognac? Going well, my friend. We might get small hotfixes end of next week, just before the race. Yeah. I'd be surprised if we got anything tonight, but I don't know. I got one guide earlier. So, Feral Druid, definitely now the better of the Druid specs. I feel like this spec was already super slept on, and it just got an 8% flat damage buff across the board, making it probably one of the best melee specs in the game. It's got amazing consistent damage, like specifically AoE consistent damage, and also has mega single target damage as well, which is something that surprised me. Great prio as well through its rampant ferocity and apex procs. So Feral Druid, I'm going to bump up to the A+ tier. Where do I want to put this? So I am going to bang the Feral Druid in the A+ tier. I think it is going to go in front of Rare. I think it does everything damage-wise better than Rare. It brings Mark of the Wild as well. I know Resto Druid is looking very good, and it's got an amazing utility. Rare is tankier, but apart from that, I feel like Feral Druid does everything else better right now. What's up, Tui? Assassination's great. It's probably got the best sustained AoE and funnel that rivals Arcane. Does it rival Arcane? Yeah, it probably does. The only thing, I wouldn't even say it lacks it, but Asa could use single target help, I think. But apart from that, yeah, for me, I think it's the best spec in the game right now. Yes, Adam, and everybody else that's asking, the Season 3 Plater will be updated. I'm hoping to get it out tomorrow for you guys. You leveled an Org Evoker. Yeah, you can definitely you can plug any spec to 3k Tui. You'll be just fine, my friend. Vesperal TV Rogue Arc. For some reason, like I've never got on with Asa or had the desire to play it, but for some reason, you guys are going to say because it's the top of Estet. No, if Asa was good, I want to play it for some reason. I think it's because it's just something like so wildly different for me. Did you see the revised tier list that Max did? No, I didn't even know Max had been streaming. Okay. So Survival, I'm going to keep exactly where it is, solidly placed in the A tier. It's dodged all tuning recently, and it's still just a super consistent spec. So I'm going to keep it there. Well, actually, to contradict that, I am actually going to bring AF above it. AF's had some really nice buffs to Unstable Affliction recently, which is going to help its single target and also its priority damage, which is something that AF very much needed. And I think that has kind of tipped this spec. Actually, I think AF I'm going to drag even higher. Yeah, to nearer the top of A. This spec is definitely looking like a beast in Season 3. It's what Max's list looks like. Yeah, but is that for raid? Both. Myth Plus, Asa. Oh, he's got Unholy in S. Interesting. Very, very interesting. That's crazy because that makes Havoc look bad, but Havoc, well, not bad, but like, you know what I mean? It makes it look like average. Yeah. The Icy Veins tier list is Petco's tier list. So whatever he did on stream, that would be the exact same thing on Icy Veins. Oh, did he get everybody on again for that? Okay, gotcha. Did it all get its own tier on that Mythic Plus list? I don't know. Let me look at it again. Where is it? Oh no, wait, it's in A for raid. Yeah. It just has the organ arms in, you're mad. Oh no. Moving over to Elemental Shaman then. So they got some huge Omega fatty crazy buffs to their single target recently. And my god, from what I've played and also seen, the difference in single target is crazy. So they already had ridiculous AoE damage, especially inside cooldowns. And now they're bringing and bridging that gap in single target as well. So they have crazy good damage across the board, like for all damage profiles. They are still cooldown reliant, which is unfortunate for the spec, but I do think the procs kind of also bridge that gap for them, which you're going to be able to get a lot more of in higher keys because mobs are going to live longer. So I do think going into higher keys, this spec will look even better. I do think this is the better of the two chamois specs now. So it's going to go in the A+ tier, and I'm going to put it in front of Feral right there. Burak Stonks Rising. Wait, what's Burak playing? Elisham. Oh, and what are you playing? Are you playing Shadow Priest? I don't know what the fuck I'm going to play. Like, I don't know if I just want to commit to, like, Havoc DH because I've been loving that, or maybe Ellie Shaman. Like, these two specs are the most fun that I've had, and they're looking really good going into Season 3. But also playing something like Asa Rogue or like Sub Rogue, I think would be super fun as well. So I do want to play a melee spec going in Season 3, I think. So yeah, it could be a Havoc DH angle. And then bullied into tank prison eventually. Thoughts? Yeah, Asa Rogue just got buffed again. Asa is looking very, very strong. Ellie is fun to play, but I don't see it meta too squishy. If a spec's strong enough, it doesn't. I mean, there is no spec in the game that if it's strong enough damage-wise and utility-wise, it cannot be brought because of its defensive capability. Because it can just get babied by another spec or class in the group. But you can make it work. If the spec does enough damage, you can make it work. How DH can work in so many comps. What's the what were they saying about tanks in that tier list? Crazy style. Oh, so Vengeance is up there. Vengeance and Prot Warrior. Oh, and Prot Pala. Is Resto Druid actually looking that good? I have no idea anything about the healers. Boomy was meta too and was paper at the time. Yeah, I mean, Boomy is in this weird spot where it is squishy, but if it does enough damage, Bear Form kind of carries. Like, I don't really know how to explain it, but like, Boomies are squishy, but they're also not squishy if they can just go Bear Form, right? So if they can get all of their insane damage out, if they're doing enough damage, then it doesn't matter that they're too squishy. They'll also have, like, let's say, like Oracle Disc Priest, giving them shields. They can get, if they're playing with a Prot Pala or a Ret Pala, they can get sacks and shit like that. So, yeah. Can't believe I dropped the biggest W of this season. Oh, that, yeah. I mean, no, I just didn't reply because I don't know. I mean, right now I'm just fucking, all I can think about is the dungeon guides, and then I need to think about like what I'm actually gonna do on stream. Like, I want to push on stream with comms, but yeah, I just need to figure it out. I think the best tier list is best. Most streamers, creators making these have inherent bias and ego involved in their opinions. You're just a fun-loving dude and seem to have a realistic view. Holy shit, Deckard. Thank you very much, my friend. That means a whole bunch, my friend. Thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, I don't care. Like, I don't care to sandbag the spec that I'm going to play or make it seem better so that I get in. Like, I don't know. I just feel like my tier list have no impact on like the game because they don't. I don't know if other creators think that theirs do. I mean, maybe somebody like Petco, like his tier list would have influence, but yeah, I just don't see my tier list ever affecting like the way that the game is played in like any fraction of the thought. So yeah, I don't care to have any bias in it. Like, if, and a lot of mine, well, yeah, like I'll have my fun tier list and I also have power tier lists. I think Petco is actually accurate too. He actually plays all the classes and tries them out too. But I agree, Vesper's pretty good at his list. Thanks, Big Dog. Yeah, Petco's a super credible creator as well. We stand Petco. I also play all of the specs, just to remind you guys, because I got a comment on one of my on my most fun tier list. I got a comment like it's nice to see other creators are copying the comeback kids and now doing fun tier lists because it's not all about power. Like, what? I've been doing this shit for fucking ages. Fun tier lists are like fun. My first fun tier list was like the video that popped off my YouTube channel. Like I had like 200 subs and it got me like 1,000 subs and I got like 80k views or something fucking stupid. I love making videos about like fun and like helping you guys pick your mains, because before I was a WoW content creator, all I would YouTube and Google is like most fun DPS class in this season or this expansion. What spec should I play? What spec is fun? What spec can I actually stick to? Like, how do you actually stick to a spec without always re-rolling? I was such a fucking re-roller. It's disgusting. This channel is slowly making me feel like I found a hidden gem. Holy, guys. Stop. You're going to make me blush. I am blushing. Thank you very much, Wrath. That means a lot, my friend. What is this tier list? This tier list is a classic leveling tier list. So, as you can see, Havoc Demon Hunter in classic World of Warcraft is a very good leveler because of the leech that you get through Metamorphosis, because they actually stole it from Demonology Warlock. Let's go, Bionic. What video was that? Was it just a most fun tier list? If you aren't pushing the highest keys, fun tier lists are arguably more important. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, like in an ideal world, the fun tier list would be the only tier list that matters, right? But it's also not so fun to be sat in Dornagao, not being able to play your fun spec because you don't get invited to any of the keys. And that's what I mean. It's like even me making this power tier list, I don't think has any influence ever on like people inviting like or not inviting certain specs. I was the only guy in the world streaming Feral. What about Cybear? Maybe he was on his Final Fantasy arc. I don't know. Which one was that, Sketty? Was that the ultimate class picking guide where I did like a preview for every single hero talent and spec? Wow, where did we get to? I've completely lost where I was. So we did Elemental. Right, so Outlaw Rogue, I'm going to keep exactly where it is. They did receive a small flat buff to like all of their damage, and they also got a big killing spree buff as well. But it was already in a good spot, so the buffs are very much welcome, but I don't think it really changes too much for the spec. So I'm going to keep it like near the bottom of the A tier. Sub-Rogue, however, I mean, it seems like all of the Rogue specs are just getting juiced at the moment, and like every single tuning or patch notes that we get. Sub-Rogue also got a flat 5% buff, so I think this was the most buff spec across the board in terms of like a flat damage buff for any Rogue spec. And this spec was already doing super well. I think I probably underrated it before. I think Outlaw has been the quote-unquote worst spec of the Rogue class. But yeah, I do think that I kind of underrated Sub before, so I am going to bring Sub up to like the top of the A tier. I think this spec is in a very good spot. It did receive a slight nerf to its Nimble Flurry damage, I believe, which is going to hurt its AoE like only very slightly. But yeah, obviously that big 5% buff is going to compensate for that massively. Saying that Rogue Hero Talents are some of, if not the worst in the game. Yeah. Well, Rogues don't have a class dev, do they? Or some shit? I don't know. What's up, Patria? Because the CDs now transfer to Nimble Flurry. Wait, what cooldown are you talking about, Krev? Yes, you know, Destro is a very good pick for you. It's a very simple spec, very flashy spec. It is fun as well. Great choice, my friend. I'd say Fury Warrior should be at the bottom of A tier because I've seen many videos of people playing that class and it smacks. I will be moving Fury, don't you worry. Don't you worry. Ah, okay. So they slightly nerfed the damage that Nimble Flurry does, but then they also added some cooldowns to the damage of Nimble Flurry, right? So I mean that probably evens out or is even a buff to it. But yeah, I mean it's still the same stance. Like that's not going to be a huge difference in output anyway. And more notably, I want to talk about the 5% buff to the spec because this spec was already doing very well. I feel like I probably underrated it before, and now I'm just going to bump it up the A tier. Is Warlock a safe class pick that is always viable? Yeah, I mean, generally a class that has 3 DPS specs in it is going to be a more safe pick than, say, if you were going for like a Boomy or a Shadow Priest or something like that. Warlock's normally more sought after in Raid, but they do seem to be like reliably good in Mythic Plus as well. They're never really meta in Mythic Plus. They've had their time in the sun. But I mean, going into season 3, Warlock is looking very strong. So, what do you think of the Asa Bleed builds? Isn't that the best build right now, as far as I'm aware? Oh shit! I moved that. Whoops, to Daisy. Right. Next up, we have the Devastation Evoker. So again, probably another spec that I underrated. I just hadn't seen much of it. I was starting to see more of it, and that's why it's consistently sort of crept its way up in my progressive power tier list. They did recently get a 3% damage buff across the board, but also got some huge buffs to Pyre and also Firestorm, probably cementing this spec as one of the best AoE specs in the game. They did get a slight nerf to their Essence Bomb, which is from their Flame Shaper tier set, but the tier set was already slamming damage, so it's probably needed. And that juice that's been added to their AoE damage is definitely going to improve the spec tenfold. So we're going to make a big jump to the A+ tier with this spec. Where do I want to put this though? The Scale Commander not good anymore. I think Scale Commander is the play for Org, but not for Dev. I think I'm gonna go quite high up. I think the amount of overall damage that this spec can put out right now is some of the best in the game. Thank you for the follows, people. Every streamer disrespecting Sub Rogue and Unholy DK. I mean, this is the problem. This is a very good spot to be. God, there are so many fucking specs in the A+ tier, but I feel like class balance are just so good right now. Mage is always better if the damage is equal. Great utility and buff. Yeah, Mage brings some of the best utility in the game, and they have 6 or 7 defensives. Fucking stupid. A is still A, you know? Yeah, like A is a very good spot to be, but because of the way that the tier list is weighted and there's so many amazing specs going into next season, it looks like A is trash, but it's not. Artie. This is performance slash. There you go, Babios. Somehow I've lost even fucking more weight. I don't know what the fuck's going on with me. When I weighed myself, I hadn't really eaten that day, but I was like 88 kilos or something fucking stupid like that. But I feel like I don't look. I feel like I'm getting back to like looking pretty fucking wham. I would say that Frost Mage is more fun than Destro. Destro is very simple and quite spammy. Frost Mage, you have more to like be aware of and procs to help out other abilities hit harder, etc., etc. How can you say it's not bad when 60% of the specs are better? Quick maps. Because it's not bad, and these specs are better, but they're very, very good. These specs are very good. Nice, Sketty. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on with me. Bam, bam, bam. Oh no, Tab, you got me. Appreciate the follow though, big dog. Go for Frost Mage. Yeah, Frost is a little bit more complex than Destro, but it's still a relatively easy spec. Right, so we've done Dev. Okay, let's move on to the specs that are currently in the B tier then. I am going to keep Arms where it is. Both Arms and Fury did receive a 5% flat buff, which was much needed, but more buffs would definitely be very welcome. But yeah, that doesn't really change anything for Arms in my opinion. I have, however, seen more of Fury, and although its damage profile is actual Swamp Ass, it can actually pump. Like, even if it's only hitting 5 of the targets, I've still seen it do some very, very respectable damage. So I think in the right composition, I think Fury could actually be a bit of a pumper spec going into Season 3. So I'm going to bring the Fury Warrior up to the A tier, just in front of the Outlaw Rogue. Arms is going to stay where it is. Org is also going to stay where it is. It did also get a 5% damage buff, but still not looking very good for this spec in Season 3. What's going on there? Yeah, I think Org is probably the worst spec in the game going into Season 3, unfortunately, because Windwalker just received an 8% damage buff. Definitely much needed. This was previously the worst spec in the game, but I do think it now also outperforms Org and also Arms. It also brings more utility than Arms, brings better defensives as well, and will just generally do some very respectable damage now. It is, I don't want to say hard capped, but like mid capped. So in large AoE, it is going to struggle to compete with the other specs, but yeah, top of B tier for the Windwalker Monk. So going into Season 3, it's looking like Asa and Arcane Mage are going to be locked in as like the meta specs that are going to be in the top comps. We've got a whole host of specs in the A+ tier that could easily slot into the meta. I feel like any of these specs pretty much, or maybe not so much the ones on the lower end, but most of these specs could slot in as that third DPS spec for the meta comp. A tier, I know it looks lower. A tier, I know it looks bad because of the way that this tier list is weighted, but I just think Fast Balance going into Season 3 is looking unreal. There are so many specs that are looking phenomenal that it's making this A tier look bad, but these specs are still doing very, very decently as well. They're going to be pumping in Season 3, so not to worry. And then in the B tier, we have Windwalker, Arms, and also Augmentation. I mean, maybe arguably Augmentation could be dropped into the C tier, but any of these specs can clear any of the content within like 2 or 3 key levels of the top key levels that are being timed. So don't panic and not invite the specs that are in the B tier because you've seen it on a tier list. All of these specs are going to be able to clear all the content that you guys want to be able to clear, right? What's up, Tab? Thinking about leveling an MM Hunter or Blood DK, help me, you can't decide. Go for... I mean, you got a lot of healers in there, but I don't really know what healer I would recommend. I think you should go for Asa Rogue, Tab. That's what I think. If strange thing disregarded. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. We found the warrior main. Let's go, Mage. Yes, I'm hopefully going to get the playter updated and with a video tomorrow. That's my plan. I don't know if I'll be able to stick to that because I've got 3 dungeon guides that I also need to make. But yeah, that is my plan. You think Frost could replace Arcane? What, Frost Mage? I do think Frost Mage is very good, but I do think Arcane is better, especially in those higher keys. DH can go to S tier, and we have 3 S tier classes. Maybe the new entropy spec is going to be S tier. How about that? God's sake, Omega, wrong tier list. FFS, bro. How about you do an Asaro key and show us how S tier it is, mate? I send real quick. But yeah, I think generally that's how the specs are looking going into season 3. I thought like the only thing that I would maybe change from like also seeing your guys' feedback would be Unholy to be in the A+. I did actually plan to keep Unholy in the bottom of A+, but I just realized how many fucking specs were in A+. So on the fly, I moved it down to A. Like on my notes, it says, where is it? Unholy dropped to bottom A+. You're crushing my hopes for Outlaw in season 3. Still enjoying it in season 2 and hoping it will carry over. I mean, I'm hoping for you, William. Like, I'm not shitting on these specs to try and convince you guys. Otherwise, like, it's obviously subjective, right? But I normally love Outlaw, and to me, it feels like shit in season 3. Could probably swap it with Enhance. I think Demo's still very good, because Soul Harvester Demo is still fucking pumping. So, and that didn't get any changes. So I think Demo is still worthy of A+. Maybe Enhance, I don't know. I think Enhance is still very good as well. What you're saying is I should be Feral instead of Balance. Are you a Druid main for season 3, Morkan? People are sleeping on Outlaw Rogue. Outlaw is good, but the other 2 specs are better, I think. You are? That's fun. I don't know what the fuck I'm playing. Mage's always going to be meta no matter the time. We've had seasons where Mage doesn't matter. I mean, I don't think it's any secret that Mage is the favourite child of Blizzard's. Personally think things like Ret and Enhance should be high A. I just feel like Ret was already so good and in the A tier, and then it got like 2 sets of some big old buffs. Do you have M+ routes published? No, I don't really normally do routing. But maybe I should. What do you think is best for Delves? Any spec. Any spec that you want to play. It's still just a pad spec. Yeah. I also feel like maybe I could have put Sub higher. Like Sub and Unholy would be the only 2 specs that I would consider changing on this list, I think. I think Unholy could be like mid A+ tier, like somewhere around here. I haven't seen too much of it since the nerfs. And then Sub, I'd probably slot into like the bottom of the A+ tier somewhere if I were to make any changes off of that, off of like first revision. But I mean, I might make another update to the tier list next week. We might get some last minute tuning. Who knows? We will see. Quick Asaki? What we saying? I show you how to butcher Assassination Rogue? Or... Asa content. This is what you guys sign up for, right? You guys love me fucking pumping on Asa. What dungeon should we do? Wait, I want deadly and amplifying, right? Don't I? Yeah. What made Asa S tier? I'll show you guys right now. Yeah, so what I'll have to do after is I'll have to level my Augmentation Evoker from 73 to 80 on live. And then after that, I will get on and do an Org key for you guys. Because you guys fucking love to watch me play at Org, don't you? Do we have anybody jumping on? If not, I can just sign up for a key and int my life away. Mood, appreciate the follow. Thank you very much, my friend. We got Seb. Oh wait, isn't there another build? Does anybody have the bleed build? Somebody link me the bleed build? I'd like to play that. Oh, I've got the Crimson Tempest. Holy, who's this rogue? He's insane. Right. Ho ho ho. Thank you guys. Oh wait, let me just copy it like that. Import S3 bleed. I don't know if that didn't change because I'm in combat, maybe? S3 bleed. Oh, it's because it's on cooldown. Tazius, thank you for the follow. Right, let me give Seb lead. Where should we go? Should we go... Floodgate? Oh, we've got an RC as well, I think. Let's do a Floodgate. Right. There we go. Nice. Wait, so I don't play Kingsbane here? Huh. Interesting. God, this is weird. Shiv strikes 7 additional nearby enemies, increase your bleed damage done. What the hell? I've never played this spec in my life before. The fuck? Oh wait, I need to shiv. Well, wait, am I not playing Caustic Splatter now? Am I not playing... Oh, I am. I swear I pressed mute. Yeah, I did, and it still didn't apply it. Poisons! Ah, because I changed my talents, so got rid of my poisons. Unlucky. You shiv when mobs have low HP and then you execute them for bazillions of damage. Okay. Poisons for the poisons, but I had them on, bro, but then I changed talents, then I got rid of them all. That felt like I had Indiscriminate Carnage for fucking yonks. What's the spec with the highest single target in Mythic Plus? I don't know. I don't know exactly. Shadow Priest has great single target. I feel like Feral also has amazing single target. Arcane has great single target. What about Ellie Shaman after the buffs? Bam, 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 bam. Right, let's go. Little Floodgate action. Non-conventional build, you still want to use your spender as Crimson more than Envenom. Really? What, so that's kind of like my... What, so I want to like spam Crimson Tempest instead? There's extra damage when multiple enemies are afflicted. Oh, okay, no, that's... Sure, buddy. Oh, we've got a little unholy Death Knight here. He's playing the old build, it looks like. Ellie Shaman's kicking his ass in Flood 15. What, an overall dam or single target dam? Thanks for the follows, peeps. Bam, 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 bam. So then, am I going to go train tonight? I feel like my knee actually feels all right. I don't know what the fuck was going on with it. So I might go train. And then come back. I'll do the Arakara guide. Then I'll get the other 2 guides scripted. I'll record them tomorrow morning. Oh, tonight I'll get the tier list updated and out. Okay. Super Strange still very good and arguably better in bigger pool dungeons. Debatable though, yeah. Oh, fuck. I just realised it's Floodgate and I'm on Rogue. Yikes. This is PTR, Fakey. Yeah, I think I am going to go train tonight. I think it'll be good for me to like get out of the house, have a little break from the screen, and then come back and slam some more work. Yeah, you right, Asketi. You right, you right.
Five.
Right.
4, 3.
Guys,
2.
I know I just put Asa Rogue in the S tier, at the top of the S tier, but I am dog shit at this spec. I have no idea what's going on with it, and I've never in my life played this build, so we will see. How's it going with your gym coaching? I put it on hold for now, just while I focus on season 3. But I'm gonna get straight back to it after. Right, let's do this. I don't have caustic batter. I don't have any of my bleeds. I have pressed none of my buttons correctly and I'm still fucking pumping. What the fuck is this spec? How am I doing 30 million? Like, what? I don't, like, I'm doing everything fucking wrong. What is this spec? Huh? I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. Wait, so are you telling me that I need to... This spec is so fucking disgusting. What the hell? Oh wait, don't I need to like shiv now or some shit? What is this? Wait, what do I need to do? I need to do something. Put that on focus. Oh no! What the fuck did I just die to? Oh, it was wind up. I feel like I didn't hear it go off. That's sad. Look at your execute down. What is that Sanguine Blades? Oh, I couldn't attack. Okay, never mind. Spread out Groats. I might be dead. Is that bomb gonna blow up? Problem is, I'm just not comfortable in this spec at all, so... Oh, yeah. I need like a clean pull to actually get my damage going. Oh, sudden demise, yeah, that's right.
I'm out of range.
Was that my prio? Where the fuck did that mob go? Huh? Huh? Oh my god, look at that sudden demise damage. That's fucking disgusting. Thank you, Slash. I'll get to it in a sec.
Well, what have we here?
Do I don't have Crimson Tempest. I'm also so lazy on this bet, like, because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not spreading my bleeds like I should be. And, like, just look at this fucking damage. It's disgusting. You've been playing lots of Azeroth stream. I wish I could say it was true, but it's not. I am completely winging it. Like, I would hope that a good Azeroth would be able to see how much of a fucking bot I am. Oh, that's unfortunate. See, like, I just vanished then without having Garrote ready. Where is he? I missed the Shiv noise. Why haven't I got the Shiv noise? How did I not get stunned there? Hello? Thank you, Omega. Thank you. Obviously, you got a lot of time in the game. So you know exactly how it should... Like, can you give me some pointers after that fight? How I could have improved my DPS there, Omega? Wait, so what's Artie playing? He's playing... Okay, he's playing Archon. M0 Weekly. Yeah, I can't believe... I don't know why, but I thought that this was the first season that they were trying out daily lockouts for M0s. Well, this is fucking awful. Oh, that came out so quickly. Maybe it didn't. Maybe I should focus on my buttons too much. God damn it. It used to be daily, then they changed it to weekly this season. Season 2. I thought M0 was daily. That's what I thought. I thought it was something that they were introducing inside Season 3. How am I still in combat, man?
It's too far away.
Because I was not aware that you could spam Mythic Zeros last season, or Season 1. No, wait, wasn't it Season 1 that was daily lockout, and then Season 2 they changed it back to weekly, and they just kept it that way? If somebody was telling me, like, do I need to spam?
I'm gonna teach you a lesson.
I'm terrified. Do I spam Crimson Tempest and AoE then? Oh, I should have got that on the boss. What the fuck is this damage, man? Sorry, chat. I know that I'm like fully locked in right now and still not showing anything for it. But I mean, I am, but that just goes to show you how broken this spec is, because I have no idea. Shiv hitting 7 targets, that's so fucking sick. Big fan of that. There we go. Makes sense now why Echo are paying people to trade loot from Mythic Zeros. Yeah, like that's such a shit change. But I feel like I've spoken about on stream so much how we're able to spam Mythic Zeros as a daily lockout now, and like nobody's corrected me. So I don't know where that has come from. Wait, I need to, like... I don't know who to... You. You can get it. All my bleeds are falling off. I trolled so hard here. It's all the... Like, when I'm learning a spec, I can't deal with any mechanics. Like, if I have to deal with any mechanics, I lost, like, all my ruptures there. I didn't have Vanish, so that would have made it much easier. You motherfucker. I love this version of Shiv. That's exactly how I want to use Shiv. What the hell? And where was Sudden Demise there? Okay, I didn't get much down there. Unlucko. Shit, have I even been using... I think I was meant to use the Mastery trinket, wasn't I? Whoops-a-daisy. Hopefully tomorrow, handsome. Hopefully I'll be able to get the plater out tomorrow, my friend. Does Asa feel similar to Feral? I guess so. I feel like it probably feels better than Feral, maybe? Aren't I meant to, like, pull my energy at some points? For, like, what's it called? Sanguine Blades? Yeah. I feel like my brain is working at like 2 miles an hour right now as I try to figure this out, and I can't even like chat to you guys while I'm trying to do it because it will just fuck me up even more. I don't know. I know for sure that I would enjoy Asa more if I put more time into it. But like Feral's just easier to pick up and play, and I do also enjoy Feral. But yeah, single target does not feel good on this spec. Envenom, Groat, hunt them down. Huh. Don't know if you know Vest, but remember to have Rupture on targets. Oh, yeah, that is true. You do get... Yeah, okay. That makes more sense. Yeah, okay. Appreciate that, Danny. I haven't got Crimson Tempest up. Garrote, Sangro. Oh my god, look at that. What the fuck even is Sudden Demise? Am I under? Surely, it got to be, right? Try not to let yourself energy starve on Bleed because it feels really bad to play. Yeah, that's what I don't like, is like having to purposely pool energy. I just want to press my goddamn buttons. I should have... I forget that Shiv fills your combo points now. Serrated Bone Spike makes this spec feel so much better as well. I don't know if I could play Asa without Serrated Bone Spike. I'll be honest. Have you declared what you're going to main? No, I mean, I do want to main a melee. Like, I don't know, it's difficult. Because I do want to main a melee, but Ellie Shaman is what I've had by far and away the most fun on. I mean, Havoc DH is a close second. I'm just going to send a death mark now. I'm just going to stand in this. But if I'm sticking to melee, my top choices would be Havoc, DH, or maybe Rogue. Because there's also part of me that does also want to play like a meta spec. If I'm pushing on stream, which I think is my plan for Season 3. Oh, we're going boss. Whoopsie. As a person with limited time and any pugs, which healer do you find easiest and best for pugs environment? I'm not super clued up on healers, Andy, but I would probably recommend Resto Shami. Resto Shami's looking super good, I think, going into Season 3, and also is a super simple spec. Yeah, what are you guys maining? Talk to me about what you guys are maining. Oh, I haven't got Crimson Tempest up. Where is my thing? I don't have one. What? Ah? Havoc DH, is the Shadow Priest streaming? No, he does stream sometimes. RTXPP in chat, go give him a follow. Dev Evoker, Ellie Sham, or Boomy. Go Dev or Ellie Shaman. Eliminate Boomy. DPS main. I think there seems to be a lot of people that are playing Havoc next season, which is cool to see. Single target is so shit on this spec though. Holy shit. Is that the one that's on me? I feel like it might be. I don't know. Is that bugged or what? No, Seb is easy spec. RT is Sparty. Yeah, single target definitely doesn't feel great. There we go. I mean, considering I have no fucking idea what I'm doing on the spec, that's not a bad overall. Like, we'll probably finish on an 8 mil overall here. I've never played this build before. Like, this spec is just fucking absurd right now. It's wild. I don't have Cortex Batter. Yikes.
Well done.
Yeah, there we go. 8 mil overall. On a spec I've never fucking played before. I literally have no idea how this spec works. Like, I don't really understand Sudden Demise. I don't know how to play up around Sanguine Blades, and that seems to fucking pump. The only thing that I do know, I just want to spread Garrote's Ruptures. Keep up Crimson Tempest, keep up Caustic Spatter. I don't know what else. Rogue was never on my radar until a day or two ago. Barely have seen them in so long. I would love... Ooh, wait, that's new, isn't it? I would love to main Sub-Rogue for a season. Like, if Sub was the meta Rogue spec, I would love to main that shit. I'm prepping for the dungeons. Can you ask the tank what the reason is in getting the last percent after the last boss? I think it was just lust timings or something of the sorts. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I don't freaking know. Just like more efficient or something, some way. It's important to stay above 150 energy to make sure it does its thing. So is that even in single target? You don't really have to think about it. It's just that if your bleeds are on the target, bleeds on the target are going to do more damage than HP the target has. It executes them. Targets below 35% health instantly bleed out and take fatal damage when the remaining damage of you... remaining bleed damage you would deal to them exceeds 150% of their remaining health. So you just need your bleeds up, basically, right? I still don't really like. My brain's not working. Reading that doesn't make sense to me. And take fatal damage when the remaining bleed damage you would deal to them exceeds 150. Like, why wouldn't it just do it at 100% health? Is it to get, like, is the point of this to get that extra 50% damage? That is fucking wild. Is that Tuljan? Yeah, it is, isn't it? That is fucking nuts, though. The damage the spec puts out is wild. Like, I would have got so much more Garrote damage, so much more Rupture damage if I was a better rogue. Yeah. God damn. This is a... Feels bad. Oh, yeah. If your bleed would kill them on its own by 150% of them remaining health, it just deals all of its damage instead, right? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that build definitely seems better, right? Yeah, because apparently that, like, you don't lose out on too much single target to play this build either. Like, this is the better build for single target or something. Watching rank 1 rogue casually said bleed build 1017 keys then the King's Bane for higher, you need the single target. Oh, okay, that's why they play that. Yeah, I mean, this is much more bursty, right? Basically because of sudden demise. You probably play King's Bane for very high keys where you can get the full use out of it. Yeah, that makes sense. That, I don't know. I mean, obviously Artie does a lot of prio damage as well. But not so much from the Unholy, but those prio mobs were getting fucking deleted. That was kind of wild. He's playing Archon, Alejandro. Archon Prio is not as good. Really? That feels surprising. What are you meaning in Season 3? The specs I'm considering are... Havoc DH is up there, Ellie Shaun's up there, but I kind of want to main melee. Rogue could be up there. I do want to play melee, I think. I think that would be a nice experience for stream as well. Something different. I think I've only ever mained ranged. You were out pumping on Prio big time. That's wild. Like, is that just... what is my Prio damage with this spec? Singular Focus, right? And Venom. No Hunter, maybe survive. Nah, I'm not. I want to steer clear of Hunter this season as well because I played so much of Hunter. Check like Shredinator and Architect. Damn, Architects are weird though, because I don't really. I'm pretty bad with them. Where's the Shredinators? There. Yeah. Wow. But what's the Architects? What are they called? Are they Venture Co Architects, right? Is that right? Yeah, Warlock's looking solid. All three specs are looking pretty solid, to be fair. And I think they're like pretty safe. They're not going to really see nerfs, I wouldn't imagine. What level key stats are we seeing on detail? What level was this key? This was only a 12. Vanilla Gorilla, appreciate the follow. Why don't you even consider Frost DK? Well, yeah, Frost DK is another one. I could do Frost DK. No, I don't think Frost DK is boring at all. I just kind of forgot about it, to be honest. Yeah, Frost DK could be a vibe, I suppose. Smurfing, that's what I'm saying. See? You want to watch me play Asa now to point and laugh at me, but I do the pointing and laughing, and I do the pumping as well. I'd be interested to see what like a good Asa could do though. Like that's got to be fucking disgusting. Frost DK seemed a bit too strong on PTR. I don't know why. I just don't go Frost DK myself. Well, they've been nerfed now. I don't like. They're definitely not one of the strongest specs anymore. Right, chat. This is a super feels bad because stream is popping off, but I do need to get these dungeon guides done, so I need to call it there. We're gonna go raid up Marcellian. W stream though, appreciate you all hanging. If you could drop a follow on the stream, that'd be even better. But I'm gonna quickly go and train legs now, and then I need to get back tonight. Dawnbreaker guide's done. Arakara guide I'm gonna get done tonight. Then I'm gonna edit the tier list and get that up tonight as well. And then tomorrow I will be doing the Priory guide, the Floodgate guide, and also getting the playset ready and out for you guys to smash the new season. So for those of you that are on NA, I mean, I'll probably be streaming tomorrow before NA is up. So I'll be able to wish you well then. But yeah, appreciate all the follows, people. Thank you for hanging out. I know it's only a 2-hour stream, but I like YouTube is the priority right now. I need to get that pumping. I need to go have a little reset and go and train some legs right now. I mean, I don't need to. I could very easily just sit here and try and like push through and get the dungeon guys done. But I think it will actually help me getting out the house and just having a little reset from the PC. So I've been doing the dungeon guides all morning, and then writing the notes for the tier list that we just did. That'll be out on YouTube tonight. So go and watch or sub to the YouTube if you haven't already. There's the Discord if you're not inside it. Go say what's up to Marcellian. Have a lovely rest of your Monday, gang. And I will catch you guys in the next one, which is tomorrow.